The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dead's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from New Britain Stadium here in New Britain, Connecticut. Welcome to game number 32 of York Revolution baseball. Tonight, the next to last game of this road trip. Revs looking to snap a 3-game skid and even this series here tonight, taking on the Bees here at New Britain Stadium. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry with you, and welcome to Revs Baseball here on a cooler evening, but not quite as chilly as it was here last night. Some cloud cover has rolled over, kind of a picturesque setting, if you like. Some big gray clouds in the sky. It is a pleasant night for baseball. Feels a little bit more like early spring than it does here a couple of weeks before the official start of summer, but the Revs looking to even things in this series tonight. A 6-4 loss here at New Britain last night, and it was kind of a strange game. Got off to a good start. They were fresh off the airplane yesterday afternoon, came straight here from Bradley International, basically one ballpark to another, from one time zone to another, and from one day to another. And you wouldn't know it, the way that the game started. The Revs off to a hot start at the plate in the first inning. First pitch to him. He swings, grounds it toward the middle, off the glove of Skelton, trying to backhand it. He knocks it down and will recover it over by shortstop. Dotel is on at first. Mitchell goes to third. It is a base hit. It's an infield single. And Wellington Dotel, a 16-game hitting streak. He extends it in the first inning for the third consecutive night. As the Revs look to strike first tonight, and he slaps one the other way, base hit left field. Mitchell in to score, and the Revs with a quick first inning lead tonight. Michael Burgess goes the other way, and it's 1-0 York here in the top of the first. And here's the 0-2. Swinging a broken bat, shot toward the middle. Skelton dives from a knee. He tosses to second, and that's late. And Burgess is home to score. 3-0 the lead. And Cruz with an infield single and an RBI on the play. Revs with a 3-run first inning. The bat snapped in half. And they forced Mark Hamburger to throw 39 pitches in that first inning, but in the bottom of the first, the Bees would do the same to Zach Groats, and they rallied to score 5 times, taking a 5-3 lead. Groats was truly dominant after that, and he and Hamburger matched zeros all the way into the 7th inning. Revs were still down 5-3 and beginning to make a move. And now the 2-2. Swing, and he takes it the other way down the line in left field. It's a fair ball down toward the Revs bullpen. And Mitchell will stroll into second with a double, a 10-game hitting streak. Pitch to Casilla. He swings, grounds one, just fair down the first base line. Mitchell around third to score, and Casilla is going to pull into second with a double. And it's a 5-4 game here in the top of the 7th. He chopped it right along the line. But in the bottom of the 7th, Davidson Romero, a solo homer down the line. The Revs contested that it was foul, but to no avail. And it was called fair. That gave New Britain an insurance run back, and 6-4 is how it would finish up last night. So the Revs trying to get off the schneid. They've dropped the last 3 after winning 3 straight and 6 of the previous 7, 16-15. The record coming in here tonight, New Britain at 14-21. Tonight, at long last, we'll see the first start of Pat McCoy. He had his previous scheduled start rained out and was pushed back then, but he will get the ball here tonight. Was tremendous in one relief outing in Lancaster in his Revs debut, 2 1/3 scoreless. Right-hander Zach Stewart will go for New Britain. He's 2-3 with an ERA of 3.12. Coming up on our pregame, we've got Grant Sides joining us here tonight, one of the top relievers out of the Revs bullpen, and of course last season secured some Revs history with the save in the championship clincher. We'll revisit that moment with him. Part 1 of a 2-part chat with Grant Sides. Sat down with him for about 9 minutes or so, so we will air a second part of that interview later on this week. But he's on the show. We'll hear from Mace coming up here shortly as well. First pitch tonight is set for 6:35 here at New Britain on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Daly Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
Hey guys, is it time to get your hair in the game? Time to claim your spot! Then it's time to check in online at sportclips.com/check-in for a fresh cut, legendary hot steam towel, and massaging shampoo. Time to claim your spot! So do your hair a favor by checking in online and arrive just in time for your Sport Clips MVP haircut experience while you surround yourself with sports on TV. Get in line online at sportclips.com/check-in. Time to claim your spot!
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Welcome back. Here in the pregame tonight, the Revs are in New Britain, and Grant Sides is our pregame guest. And Grant, you and I were just talking about, you are used to the heat. You are a Southern boy. We're down there. It feels like 100. We're up here. It says 59 on the board last night. This is quite the trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a change going from 98 and sunny to 60 degrees and cloudy, a little bit of rain. It made it feel like it was like 35 last night, but we persevered, and got through it. So looking forward to getting back to a little bit more summer weather.
Yeah, well, that's what this team has done. They've persevered. It's been a heck of a trip. But I wanted to start with September 29th of 2017. You're on the mound for the 9th inning, closing out the championship. Unbelievable moment. And from your perspective, out there in the middle of the field, 60 feet, 6 inches away, can you describe what the adrenaline was like and what you were feeling in that moment?
It's it's funny going back, and I remember very clearly just standing out there, and it was my 3rd day to pitch in a row, and I've never done that before in my career, but I was just like, if we got a chance, like let's go for it. And I was standing out there, and one guy gets on, and it just your fear of failure and everything just starts to creep in, and you're just standing out there, and I just remember taking a step back, and I was just so thankful that God had given me that opportunity to put me in that place, and it was awesome to just be able to get to do that. That was a surreal moment, an unreal feeling, and I think everyone, at least at some point in their life, should get to feel like that. That's how special it was. Really cool. One of the best moments of my career for sure.
And when the opportunity presented itself to come back, was it an easy decision based on the fun that you had here last year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I knew Mace is a great guy to play for, real players coach, players manager, and I respect him a lot in the way that he goes about his business and runs a team, and it was a big motivating factor. I want to come and play in the best competition and play for a good team. I know he's going to put a lot of great guys together, and we're going to have a good shot at doing what we completed last year.
Talking with Grant Sides, have you been late inning your whole career pretty much?
I've been a little bit all over the place. Mostly, it's all been out of the bullpen. There's been a couple restart games that I remember throwing just out of doubleheaders or whatever, rainouts. But I've been a little bit long. Mostly, I would say back in. I think that's kind of where my arsenal fits a little bit better. It just depended on what the team needed and where they saw me fitting in the best. So,
have you always been blessed with good velo, or is it something that you can pinpoint in your development that you kind of found at some point?
I think that velo has kind of always been my MO a little bit. It's certainly something that I've had to refine and consistently get. I think I've been with the Indians for 5 years. They're very proactive in the realm of player development, and they expose you to a lot of great information and let you just kind of take it and make it your own. And I thought that was a great way to go about it. It was fun being there in 11 and then there at 16, and 5 years apart, but it seemed just like a world of difference with the organization, just the moves and the information and the people that they brought in. They really just let you all the expose you to all the best possible technology and utilities and information out there, and that's really where you start to kind of just take your routine and take some ownership in it and make it your own. And I feel like that's kind of just what they preached, was just make it your own, and it's just kind of seemed like it worked. I didn't see a whole lot of increase in my ceiling, but I certainly saw a lot more in the floor, and just consistency wise, it's a lot more of 2 to 4 range versus one day being 89, 91, and the next day throwing 94, 95. It's just a little bit more consistency in that realm.
As part one of our conversation with Grant Sides, when we catch up with him later this week, we'll get into what goes into the day-to-day routine of staying sharp for a reliever, working out on days that you might very well get in the game and pitch, and also what it's like in the middle of the game when he starts to dial it in and get ready for a potential late-game situation. So we'll have much more with Grant coming up on a future pregame this week, perhaps Thursday night when we're back home. Coming up next, though, we'll check in with Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report, getting set for the middle game here at New Britain. We'll talk to the Revs skipper coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Nitro Circus presents the Next Level Tour. In 2018, we're stepping things up a notch and taking the world's biggest ramps on the road. These are the ramps that have only been seen at Travis Pastrana's house and the Nitro World Games. And now they're coming to you. So come check it out, York. This tour is too big for indoors. This tour is next level. Coming to People's Bank Park on Friday, June 15th. Tickets on sale now through nitrocircus.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, first of all, you guys got here early today, and the group took part in the Beautiful Lives Project, which brings disabled individuals onto the field, gives them a chance to play with their professional heroes. And the whole team out there looked like your guys, a great group of guys, looked like they had as much fun interacting as everyone in the group.
Oh, we did. I mean, we had a great time with everybody that was here, and you know, the people that manage those kids and everything. I mean, they were great to work with, and you know, our team was exceptional. Just I can't say enough good things about our players and our coaching staff, and everybody was out there partaking in that and laughing and having a great time. So it was a good experience, not only for them but for us too.
Well, the game last night, a tough one, and Zach Groats, I mean, after the first inning, he was dominant. What was the turning point where the first inning was difficult, and then all of a sudden he found his stuff?
It was just location, I thought, and you know, I thought maybe sometimes with young pitchers when you get in a little bit of a trouble, and we talked about this before, you keep trying to throw the ball harder, and sometimes you got to throw the ball softer to get out of your trouble. And you know, then he started to get a little erratic and left some balls over the plate. But you know, I mean, you give them credit. I mean, you know, they hit the ball. They did have a couple of jam jobs and stuff like that, but I mean, those are all hits, and that's all part of the game too. Just like when you hit a 500-foot homer, that's part of the game. So everything counts. It's why we play the game every night, because you never know what's going to happen when the round ball hits the round bat. So you know, but other than that, I mean, he was lights out after the first inning. So you know, it was just one of those things. He just couldn't get himself out of it, and then we just couldn't fight. You know, we just couldn't fight back enough to get the lead either. So, you know, their guy, I mean, Hamburger, he did the same thing. He was in trouble in the first inning, and he was out there for 6. So, you know, I mean, it's just a hard game to figure out sometimes. But, you know, hey, we gave it a good shot last night, just came up short.
Did you feel like your guys had some good swings with really good contact, just a lot of atom balls last night too?
Yeah, we did have some of that too. And once again, that's part of the game too, you know. I mean, sometimes you can bleed a team to death, and sometimes you just hit missiles right at everybody, and that's the way it is. But, you know, hey, we're out here again tonight, and, you know, we'll go hard like we do, and we'll see what happens.
I know after you cut it to 1 run, the home run that put them back up 2 was awfully frustrating, and I know your pitchers in the bullpen told you they thought it was clearly foul. I know there's nothing you can do about it now, but unfortunate turning point there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you know, it was a close call either way. You know, I went down and I asked Joe for help, and I mean, he asked for help, so he did do that. Our guys were adamant that it was foul because our guys are sitting right by the foul pole down there. So, they probably have the best view as if the ball went inside the pole or outside the pole. But, we didn't get the call overturned, and, we just, you got to live with that at that point. That's all.
Does seem like New Britain, they've made a good number of moves here since we even saw them last, and maybe an improved lineup, some big league veterans put in there.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've definitely improved their lineup. There's no question about it. They weren't swinging and missing as much, and they were putting the ball in play, and they added, like you said, 3 former big leaguers to their lineup. So, so it's, they're making some adjustments, and it's that time of year now when teams are struggling a little bit, you start to make some adjustments. So, we'll just have to, work with those guys and see what kind of scouting report we can get on them. And some of those guys, that's the first time we saw them swing a bat. So we made some notes, and we'll see what we can do with them now.
Lastly, you've got McCoy finally tonight. I'm sure he's really itching to go with rainouts and everything that has delayed this start for him, but he gets in there. And what's the best that you and Fletch could hope for in a first start situation?
If he gives us anything like Van Meter did, if he gives us a 4+ or maybe a 5 innings, that would be outstanding. But, if he gives us 3 solid into the 4th inning and keeps us in the game, that's okay too. So, Pat seemed to think that depending on pitch count and what he can control, the stresses, as I like to call them, that he could probably give us 4 or 5. So, we'll just see how it unfolds here as we look like we might be getting ready for some more rain, unfortunately. But we'll just see how it goes from there.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's report. It does look like there could be some of that, but looking at the weather forecast, they're saying 0% chance, just some dark gray cloud cover as Zach Stewart goes through his warm-ups. The Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Jared Mitchell in right field will lead things off. Batting second is Ruby Silva at second tonight, a night off for Casilla. Wellington Dotel in left field will hit third. Michael Burgess Sr. at first base is cleaning up. Zach Wilson, the DH, bats fifth. Jose Cuevas at third base will hit sixth. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, batting seventh. Travis Witherspoon in center will hit eighth. And Tyler Clark does the catching and bats ninth. And right as Mitchell digs in, the lights get to full force here on a darker, cloudy evening. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is down low, and we are underway. Right on time tonight, 6:35 stadium time as we get things started. There's the wind and the 1-0, and Mitchell shows a bunt and takes a strike. Again, it's Mitchell, Silva, Dotel, Burgess, Wilson, Cuevas, Dent, Witherspoon, and Clark for the Revs. The wind and the 1-1. And it misses inside. Revs are in the alternate navy blue with the gold and white splashed in. New Britain in their alternate yellow jerseys. Hardware City on the front. The 2-1. And a swing and a high drive, right center field. Tuiasa Sopo coming over deep into the alley. It's in the park, though, and he calls off the center fielder Ford and makes the grab. And it looks like Mitchell just got under it. And it does stay in the park deep in right center. He's already got a couple of leadoff homers this year. Mark Mason is coaching at third base tonight, and Polo giving flips in the cage earlier today. One bounced off a pole and hit him in the face, so he had ice. Here's Ruby Silva. He swings first pitch, bounces it softly to third, and Romero steps in on the grass, handles it, and throws to first. Stewart, 2 quick outs to start the night. Well, unfortunately, Polo got banged up, took a bad bounce off a pole. From what we've heard, no structural damage other than just a little swollen and bloodied up, unfortunately. Everybody loves the Revs hitting and third base coach. It was tough to see that happen to him. Here's Wellington Dotel, who takes the strike. So Mace coaching at third. We add Polo to our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report. The 0-1, breaking ball grounded to short. Brignac to his left, gobbles it up, and on the run. He'll snap it across to first, a little bit low, but Ramirez Jr. handles it. And the Revs quickly are sent down in order in their half of the first. We've played a half tonight. It's York nothing. New Britain coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Well, Pat McCoy has waited a long time for this. He was supposed to start last Thursday at home, but that game was rained out, and tonight he finally makes his first start. New Britain lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Darren Ford in center leads off. Davidson Romero, third baseman, will hit second. Reed Brignac at shortstop will bat third. Jason Rogers, the DH, in the cleanup spot. Matt Tuiasosopo in right field will hit fifth. And hang on, McCoy is ready to go. From the stretch, his first pitch, Ford bunts at it and bunts through it. And it is strike one. Rest of the lineup, 6 on down. Josh Tolley catching, Jonathan Galvez in left. Manny Ramirez Jr. at first, and Vinny Sienna at second base. McCoy from the third base side of the rubber lifts and fires, and it tails down and away. And he had made an appearance in Lancaster, 2 1/3 scoreless innings, just 1 hit given up. He's been waiting ever since. There's the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. Good fastball there, some late movement. He is in the spot, currently vacated by Jay Goss, who is on this trip, and he'll resume throwing soon. Said that he feels great during this rest period, which is good news. Here's the 1-2, and that misses up high. Now Mason Fletch hoping for similar to what Van Meter did the other night in his first start. He will go again tomorrow in the spot vacated by Detweiler's signing. McCoy ready, the 2-2, and it misses down low. Bees have stacked their lineup tonight with right-hand hitters. The only 3 on the bench, all left-handed. Skelton, Guillen, and Walton. They've got 7 righties in the order. And now time asked for as Ford takes a step out. Ford hitting at .252, couple of home runs, 11 driven in. McCoy the stretch, the payoff pitch, it tails away, and he lost him to ball 4. The leadoff man is on. Our umpires tonight, David Speranza, the balls and strikes. Joe Gravina at first base. He was the center of the controversy last night. Matt Hensel at third. Now here is Davidson Romero, who hit that home run down the line and left last night. I found out today that Zach Treese missed an opportunity to get into a game last night. He would have been the new pitcher, but he was ejected along with Robert Carson. First pitch, a check swing, bounce foul over by the Bees' first base dugout. Well, the best comparison to what the guys in the bullpen saw would be like if you're an end zone official looking at a field goal and you're right under it. That's the view that they had. They said foul, and they obviously went nuts. There's the 0-1, and a swing, a foul tip squeezed, high fastball, and McCoy gets ahead of the second hitter, who just yesterday was named the Atlantic League Co-Player of the Month for the first month plus of the season. Romero tied for 7th in the league in hitting, 336. Home run was his 7th, one off the league lead. Throw to first, and back standing is Ford, who does have 8 steals. Romero's second in home runs and RBIs. He's 4 behind Courtney Hawkins for the RBI lead with 28. Hawkins not getting that monthly award. His average is low. Romero's got those numbers with a very high average as McCoy misses up and in, 1-2. Romero at home has hit .429. He's now leading the league in slugging. He shared the monthly award with Jordani Valdeспин of Long Island. On the 1-2. And a swing and a ground ball rolled to third under the glove of Cuevas. It trickles into shallow left, and everybody's safe. And Cuevas perhaps starting to peek towards second before he had it. Came up just a hair too soon. And a chance to turn 2. Ends up with no outs. First and second, nobody out. And here is Reed Brignac. Left against left. Brignac, one of the 2 left-hand hitters in their order tonight. Hitting at .258, 167 against lefties, and he starts and stops. First one found the inner half of the plate, and it's a called strike. And Brignac has some words about that and walks off. David Speranza telling him, you can't leave the box, but it's going to do nothing to enforce that. Brignac, 1 home run, 10 driven in. Open stance, pitch is swung on, pulled on the ground to first. Burgess has it, goes to second. Dent will hold it. And Brignac, who runs well, was already approaching first. McCoy was there to cover, but Dent, a wise play to hold on to it. And he did have Romero sliding right in on him as well. Only bad things were possible to happen had he made that throw. Now they do get one of the forces. It'll be first and third with 1 out. And Jason Rogers to the plate. DHing tonight, hitting at .281 with a home run, 12 driven in. Against lefties, he's 6 for 12 with a home run. And time asked for as he brushes at some dirt. McCoy's first outing came on May 22nd in Lancaster. First pitch here misses away. And really the first scheduled start last Thursday, the timing of that would have been a little more than 5 days, but not an egregious wait. Here's the 1-0. And a line drive, hit hard and left, right at Wellington Dotel, though. He will squeeze it. Ford will tag from third, comes across to score. Throw in is cut off. It's a sac fly on a line drive to left. But after the Bees had their first two on the air earlier in the inning, even if McCoy holds them to 1 run here, take that and go forward, I think. And there's a sac fly, 13th run batted in for Rogers. And a good break for the Revs because it was a screamer, but right at Dotel, and there were a few of those on the other side last night. Here's Matt Tuiasosopo. He takes a strike in at the knees. It is his 15th game played tonight with New Britain, hitting at 176, 1 home run, 5 driven in. Well, McCoy the stretch and delivers, and a swing and a miss. Good changeup down and away. So when the scheduled start last week was rained out, they elected to have McCoy wait until tonight, since he was coming into the rotation new anyway. Keep everybody else on schedule. Pitch is just outside. He started to walk off the mound, but he'll have to make at least one more. And they kept everybody else on their normal schedule and just slot him in 1 turn later. They also had all the flights booked already for Sugarland and in everybody's name. Here's a fastball, strike 3 called. Tuiasosopo frozen on it. Might have been a cutter with some late tail. And Pat McCoy, his first strikeout, had Tuiasosopo locked up on it. 1 run scores in the inning. It'll be unearned. No hits, 1 error, and 1 left. And we go to the 2nd inning. New Britain, the early 1-0 lead.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Start the 2nd as Michael Burgess Sr. looks at a strike. 1-0 New Britain, the early edge. Here's the line from Stewart, and he delivers down low on Burgess. Pat McCoy with the unearned run that inning. Strikeout to end it. Pitch and a swing and a foul tip back to the net. Burgess, an RBI single early in the game last night, doubled the night before that, so hopefully getting things going. Comes in at 189, 5 home runs, 13 driven in. The line, the pitch, swing and a miss. Stewart went up high, gets him to swing through it. Zach Stewart with his first strikeout of the night. He's retired his first 4. He is 2-3, 3.12 ERA in 6 starts. He's got good overall numbers. Opponents have hit just 220. 34 2/3 innings, 28 hits. He has issued the league's 4th most walks with 16. That was his 18th strikeout by comparison. Here's Zach Wilson. He swings through the first one. Wilson DHing tonight, hitting .255. He doubled hard off the wall last night. Here's the 0-1, and he swings a little late, fouls it off the handle, back against the screen. And the Revs last night held to 8 hits. On this road trip, they've batted just .203. 1 home run, 12 runs scored in 4 games. The pitch, swinging a ground ball off the end of the bat to short. Brignac waits, gloves it, tosses across to get him. And that's out number 2. Looked like a slider from Stewart there, and didn't try to get Wilson to strike out. Puts it in play with 2 strikes, but that late movement got it right off the end of the bat. Before the road trip, the Revs hitting just over 200 on it. Here's Jose Cuevas, who looks at a curveball low. The previous 7 games, they batted .330 as a team. Pitch to Cuevas, a swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike. On that stretch, they had averaged up around 6.5 runs per game. Stewart the windup and the 1-1. And a swing and a grounder off the end of the bat up the middle. Brignac again, he's been busy. He's got it, throws to first to end the inning. Couple of grounders off the end of the lumber. Both handled by Brignac rather. Cuevas retired and Stewart has sent down his first 6. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 New Britain.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
You guys ready? Come on!
Sixers head coach Brett Brown joins us. People forget what you went through, and we had you on during this process. Did you ever have one of those, or the last time you had one of those moments where you just, you know what, it got to you, where you just said, I just don't know if I'm going to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I mean, during the 10-win season and, you'd lost 26 in a row, I think during that period of time, you wondered, times was it something that you thought you were signing up for? I did feel comfortable and confident we were working on the correct things, my version of what I think a culture is. But when the last time I spoke with you compared to where we are now, that seems like a long time ago.
You went from 10 to 52 wins in 2 years. That's pretty incredible there.
The Dan Patrick Show. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
This is Jay Gauss. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sport Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
1-0 New Britain. Pat McCoy back to work. Home half of the second and delivers a little low on Josh Tolley leading things off. Tolley in his 6th game played with New Britain. He's the other left-hand hitter in their lineup tonight with Brignac. And McCoy fires. It is a smidge high. 2-0 on Tolley, who's 3 for 17, but he has driven in 3 runs. Former Mets backstop. Sent up away. The 2-0 rather. Board had a strike up. It's a called strike here. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. It'll be Tolley, Galvez, and Ramirez Jr. this inning. 6, 7, and 8. And the pitch to him. Called strike. Cutter on the outside corner. 2-2. Again, with McCoy going tonight, he gets a spot in the rotation. Everybody else stays on normal routine. He deals, and it misses down and in. Tolley starts the hands, but kept them back. Full count to begin the inning. McCoy a little frustrated with himself there, missing that spot. He's had a couple of full counts here in the early going. He's ready, the payoff pitch, and he missed up high. So a leadoff walk in the first inning. Ford did come around and score. Now he'll have to deal with a leadoff walk this inning. McCoy, a starter for Southern Maryland last year. 11 starts, only 2-5, but his overall numbers were not indicative of the record. His ERA 4.76. The overall numbers not bad. Here is Jonathan Galvez. First pitch, he swings, chops one high off the dirt. Dent backs up deep short, goes to second one. The turn was close, and Galvez beats it out. They do get the lead out. And McCoy gets him to swing first pitch and hit a high chop. Well, if that play developed just a fraction of a second quicker, they'd have turned 2 on, and it's remarkable that it was as close as it was. Dent had to back up and go to his right and wait for the hop. Similar to last inning, after a leadoff walk, McCoy gets a ground ball. And he's got 1 on with 1 out for Manny Ramirez Jr. And first pitch, he swings, grounds it sharply at second, picked by Silva on the backhand, runs to the bag himself and throws to first. It's an inning-ending double play. 1 pitch later, they do turn it, and Ruby in there for Alexi tonight makes a nice backhand pick on the short hop. 4-3 on the twin killing. And McCoy, after the leadoff walk, gets 3 outs on 2 pitches. We'll go to the third. Still 1-0 New Britain.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit pseccu.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The York Revolution Superhero Night is, well, super. It's all happening Saturday, June 9th. An eco-friendly tote bag giveaway presented by York County Solid Waste Authority. High-flying stunt performances by Ex-Pogo. And, of course, your favorite comic book superheroes live and in person. And it's a Saturday at People's Bank Park. That means post-game inside the park fireworks presented by Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment. Superhero Night, Saturday, June 9th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Start the third. Ryan Dent looks at a first pitch strike, a 1-0 New Britain lead. Dent, Witherspoon, and Clark. Pitch from Stewart, a swing and a line drive, hit hard and left, but right at Jonathan Galvez. Backs up a step and makes the grab. Well, the Revs had a handful of those last night. Dent was held under wraps last night, though. His first game back from the bruised thumb. They struck him out 4 times, so good to see him get in there and put a charge into one here tonight, even if it was right at the left fielder. Here's Travis Witherspoon. First pitch shortens to show a bunt and takes a strike. Stewart's retired his first 7 of the night. There's the wind and the 0-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt, bounces away. Witherspoon at 222 with a home run and 6 driven in. Revs are just 3-4 against New Britain. 2-2 here. Pitch. It is a called strike on the outer black. Witherspoon a look back. He didn't like it. I knew something was wrong in the batting cage earlier today when Polo took that bounce off the lip. There's the pitch, and a swing and a bouncer toward third and foul. And they sent Witherspoon to sprint in to get Chong, which was a good choice. He's one of their fastest guys. Mace coaching at third, Sandy at first base. Pitch to Spoon, a swing and a foul out of play, off to the right. This guy's Brighton out toward left field where the cloud cover starts to break up, but there's been a gray blanket over the stadium since we've started. Another 1-2, and it's inside. He dances, kicks the back leg out of the way. Third series against New Britain, third time we've seen Stewart. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Gets Witherspoon up high and wins that battle, his second strikeout. And he's started the night with 8 in a row retired. Revs on this 4-game trip so far, first 4 games have struck out 44 times. 13 on Sunday at Sugar Land, 11 last night. Here's Tyler Clark, and he looks at a first pitch strike. Now, he's got some folks from Cheshire, Connecticut here this series to watch him. Batting right-handed again against Stewart, and he takes a little bit low. Stewart a long look in, wanted that. Zach Stewart has maybe gotten better and better as the season's gone. He's won his last 2 after an 0-3 start, despite pitching pretty well in some of those. Comes back with a strike here and jumps ahead of Clark 1-2, trying to go perfect the first time through the order. His team up 1-0. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Climbed the ladder again and gets another swing up high. All 3 strikeouts for him have come on fastballs up out of the zone that were swung on and missed, and he has set down his first 9 of the night. We go to the bottom of the third, still a 1-0 New Britain lead.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom half of the third, 1-0. New Britain leads it. Revs have yet to solve Zach Stewart the first time through the order. Pat McCoy, meanwhile, looking to settle in, a double play to put a quick end to the second inning after a leadoff walk. He got 3 outs on his next 2 pitches. So far has allowed only a walk, or 2 walks, I should say, and an unearned run. Here is Vinny Sienna, who takes a strike. Rounding out the New Britain order tonight. Sienna hitting at .222. And McCoy, the pitch. It is outside. McCoy, 6'4", 225-pound lefty, lives in Tucson, Arizona. 29 years old. Pitch, swinging a ground ball, rolled over to third. Cuevas juggles this and won't have a play. And Sienna is on at first. Cuevas charged with 2 errors here in the early going tonight. That one right at him. And this time didn't come up too soon, maybe slightly, but had the ball, it looked like, in his glove, and then just dropped it trying to get the hand on it. He did get smoked with a ball hit his way last night, and I don't know if he's a little jumpy down there. If that hand is bothering him more than we know. He took it off the bare hand last night. Maybe favoring it. Here's Darren Ford, who shows bunt. McCoy misses high. Ford, who walked in the first inning and scored. Cuevas, pretty solid defensive infielder, but tough start to the night. The 1-0, that misses inside. Ford has to jump. And he's got a 2-0 count to work with. McCoy got to the majors 2014 with Detroit. 14 relief outings, 3.86 ERA. Now set, steals, and a fastball across for a strike, 2-1. He was a 10th round pick of the Nationals out of Saguaro High School in 2007 in Arizona. Got to AAA as a reliever in the Nats system. Spent his first couple of years as a starter. He deals. And a slider for a strike. Throw to second is high and late, though. And a good jump from Sienna. Silva had to come across to the opposite side of second to catch it. And Sienna in with no play. It's a stolen base. I guess they actually called that pitch a ball. It looked like it was right there, but actually didn't see a signal for a strike, and it is 3-1. Runner at second, no outs. And the chance of a double play this inning taken away by that steal. The 3-1, and a swing and a dribbler foul over by the Revs dugout. Really got in on Ford there, who could only fight it off foul. Right behind Wally Backman, who coaches at third. Early in the year, actually is in the dugout tonight. We saw him coaching at third last night. He's their hitting coach, Miguel Gomez, who's down there now. McCoy, the payoff pitch, and a swing and a fly ball right center field. Long run for Mitchell on a sprint. He'll get to it. Sienna tags from second. Throw coming in will bounce to Dent at short. And it is a productive first out. Ford hits it the other way. And Sienna goes to third base with one away. 1-0, New Britain in front. Davidson Romero hitting .459 with men in scoring possession will bat with the entire infield coming in. Runner at third, one out in the inning. And he reached on the other error at third base in the first, led to an unearned run. First pitch this time is down and away. McCoy, a starter at the beginning of his career, started again last year with Southern Maryland. Made it to AAA in the big leagues, though, in relief. He's been at AAA with the Nats, Tigers, Orioles, Rockies, and Blue Jays. Pitch here is pulled through the left side, and it's a base hit. Right between third and short with the infield brought in, and Romero singles Sienna home. It's 2-0. Both runs unearned, and that is their first hit of the night. Romero coming in fourth in the league in total hits, picks up his 46th. And for McCoy, just the second hit that he's given up in 4 2/3 innings since joining York. Now a 2-0 game. Here is Reed Brignac. Hit into a fielder's choice at first base his first time. Pitch to him, he chops it foul down at the end of the New Britain dugout. One of the guys in there ducking came right at him. Some sun now forcing its way through, setting out beyond left field. Here's the 0-1, and it misses in tight. Our weather tonight brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. The game time temp 66 degrees. Cloud cover, but no threat of rain. I felt like one drop earlier today. Here's the pitch, and it misses inside and low, 2-1. McCoy was in the Dominican Winter League this past offseason. He fires and misses down and away. Clark will slide over and pounce in front of it. But now 3 balls and a strike. Had a 1.86 ERA in the Winter League, and originally signed with the Revs in March, but then agreed to a deal to go to Mexico. But obviously now back in the U.S. and back with York. He fires, and a swing and a liner yanked foul. Down at the end of the seating bowl on the first base side, 3-2. With Durango in Mexico, 15 appearances. He's ready. Payoff pitch, swinging a tap foul into the New Britain dugout, right over Wally Backman. It is the 4th full count that McCoy's had to deal with from the first 12 batters that he's faced tonight. He'll try it again. Here's the stretch, and delivers, and a breaking ball looped off the end of the bat. Shallow right, it's going to fall in. Mitchell comes in, grabs it on a hop, heaves it to third, cut off by Dent, but nobody at second, and Brignac takes second on the throw. Second and third with 1 out, and it's a blue base hit for Brignac, who was early on everything, including the couple of fouls before that. Out in front of that, but dumps it in. And some bad fortune continues for the Revs. It wasn't hit hard, but it really has them set up to add on. And Mitchell took a shot at third. Dent leaping, cut it off, but Silva went out into shallow right on that blooper. So nobody was at second base, and Brignac never slowed. He rounded first. Here's Rogers. He takes low. Never slowed down when he saw Mitchell wind up to throw it to third. He just kept on going. Infield back with 2 in scoring position. 2-0 New Britain. Pitch to Rogers is lined to left, a base hit. 1 run home. Brignac being sent. Dotel up throwing to the plate. It got past Clark. He scores. Rogers goes to second. It's 4-0. And not a whole lot going right here. Now Dotel, a pretty good throw. It was a step out in front of the plate on a couple of hops. And Clark trying to grab it and get ready to hustle to maybe make a diving tag attempt. And I think he looked at the runner or started to make his move just a split second too soon before he had it. And it got through the wickets. Dotel, I don't know if he might just be given an advancement on the throw, not an actual error. Here's Tuiasa Sopo. He rolls the first pitch off the end of the bat to short, and Dent will throw to first for out number 2. Rogers took off with that one hit toward the middle, and he'll advance to third on it. And actually, there is an error charged on Dotel with that one getting by. It's the 3rd error on the Revs tonight in the first 3 innings. It has not been their best showing. Here's Josh Tully. First pitch, a swing and a fly ball, left field toward the line. Dotel hustles it shallow. Dent after it, and it lands foul as Dent ends up with both hands against the railing, leaning over toward the picnic tables to brace himself. And Tully had to come down just before either could get there. And all it is strike 1. The sun now shining brightly. It actually sets kind of behind the third base side of the stands. And it is actually quite bright at the moment through an opening in the cloud layer. 0-1 to Tully, and a swing and a line drive right field. This one at Mitchell. He'll move toward the alley a couple of steps and put it away to end the inning. But a damaging 3-run third for New Britain. They do it on 3 base hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left. We go to the 4th. Bees in front 4-0.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Out of the 4th inning, 4-0. New Britain with the lead. Zach Stewart has yet to allow anything. Jared Mitchell will lead off. And the first one is across for a strike with brilliant, bright sunshine continuing. 9 in a row retired by Stewart to start the night. And now time asked for right as he was beginning his step back. Mitchell a fly out deep in right center to start the game. There's the 0-1, and he swings, nubs a foul behind the plate. The second error last inning actually went on Tyler Clark, who did not corral that throw in from Dotel. I believe 2 of the 3 that inning will be earned, 1 unearned. There's the wind from Stewart, the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Change up in the dirt. Tag applied by Tolley. And that is 3 strikeouts in a row, 4 total. And Stewart continues to dominate. His last time out, 8 scoreless innings, gave up just 3 hits, a 6-0 win against the Road Warriors 5 days ago. Start before that, gave up just 1 run in a win at Southern Maryland. Here's Ruby Silva, who takes down low a curveball. Against the Revs, he took a no decision in York May 13th. Pitch to Silva, swinging a foul tip behind the plate. Gave up 2 runs in 4 1/3. Struggled with 4 walks that day, but limited the damage, and his team came back to win late. 1-1. It is spotted up on the outside corner, called strike. And then his second start against York 5 days after that, the Revs did score 5 off him and beat him. There's a change-up low, 2-2. Beat him 5-1 here. But he's won both starts since and off to a great start tonight. Here's a swing and a foul back, out of play. His last 3 starts, including what he's done so far tonight, he's now at 16 2/3 innings, 1 run. Over his last 3 outings, he fires, swing and a line drive, sliced the other way, base hit. Revs have their first base runner of the game. Inside out cut from Silva, and lines it the other way. So he's a 1-out base runner. Got a wacky line score. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors for York. 4 runs, 3 hits. No errors for Southern Maryland. Or for New Britain. One or the other. Here's Wellington Dotel. And a slider misses inside. Please tell me that's the first time I've done that tonight. And not like all night. We were just talking about his win at Southern Maryland. Dotel ground out his first time. 16-game hitting streak coming in. 1-0. And it's a little bit low. The league's longest hitting streak this year thus far. He's now hit safely in 19 of his 21 played with York. 2-0, Silva runs, pitches inside, Tolley the throw, and Ruby dives in head first ahead of it. A stolen base. And just because you're down 4 doesn't mean the running game has to be totally shut off. If you think you can make it, a chance to chip away. And Silva into scoring position with 1 out. 3-0 on Dotel. And Stewart the pitch. It is a called strike up in the zone. Stolen base for Silva, his second in 3 attempts this year. Now a 3-1 count to Dotel. Revs down 4-0 here in the 4th. And the pitch to him, swing, and he lines one right center, base hit. The streak goes on. Silva around third. He will score easily on it. And the Revs are on the board. It's a 4-1 game here in the top of the 4th. And Wellington Dotel, night after night, contributing. It's now a 17-game hitting streak. A slider from Stewart. He stayed inside of it. And another inside-out swing. And it makes you wonder what was said in the dugout. The Revs had a lot of outs in the first 3 innings where they were early, hit it off the end of the bat, or swung and missed early. On change-ups from Stewart, sliders. Now they are taking it the other way. Here's Michael Burgess, who looks at one down and away. Now a 4-1 game. That stolen base immediately leads to a run. Now the stretch and a move to first. Dotel back standing. Burgess a strikeout victim his first time. The Revs' first 2 hits of the night come back to back. On the stretch, here's the 1-0, and it misses away. Now Burgess with a hitter's count. Revs answering right back with at least something. And now looking to keep the line moving. Throw to first. Dotel back standing again. Now the 2-0. Dotel running. A slider missed inside, and the throw down. Oh, called out, and the Revs dugout can't believe it. And neither can Dotel. Matt Hensel making the call. It was a high tag, and Hensel pointing down at second, I guess saying Dotel's foot either came off or wasn't there yet when the tag got him up around the helmet. And it was a quick snap tag put on by Brignac, just taking a swipe at whatever he could get. And as that play developed, it sure looked like he was going to be in ahead of it. But a lightning quick tag, and Dotel called out. And he was not happy. Here's the 3-0 to Burgess. It misses outside. They would have had 2 men on. And instead, it's going to be a 2-out walk. And the inning continues for Zach Wilson. Now that's a tough break. Only the 7th time in 33 stolen base attempts that the Revs have been cut down. And they've been highly efficient as a team. First pitch to Wilson, swing and a miss, or foul tip at the plate, a slider from Stewart. We got Wilson to ground out to short on that same pitch 2 innings ago. Got 2 Arizona natives squaring off tonight. Stewart from Buckeye, Arizona, 6'2" righty, 31 years old, he deals. And a swing and a fly ball, center field, Ford read it, now comes in a few steps, makes a 2-hand grab, and that'll do it for the Revs half of the 4th. 1 run scores on 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. New Britain a 4-1 lead.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA home insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
4-1, New Britain leads it. Revs are on the board. And Pat McCoy ready to go. His first pitch of the inning to Jonathan Galvez. Line hard to left. Dotel will have to play it on a hop. A leadoff base hit. Dotel fires in, and Galvez is on base. Looked like he left that one up a little bit. Galvez got extended, hit it hard toward the corner in left field. He has struggled, and 198 coming in tonight. Based on what he's done in this league in previous years, he's due to heat up soon. Here's Manny Ramirez Jr., who hit into a double play at second base his first time. And McCoy wouldn't mind another one. Burgess holds Galvez. First pitch is down low. McCoy with 3 hits given up last inning, all in a row. That was his 4th hit allowed. It was the 1-0, and a liner. It is just foul. And Joe Gravina, umpiring at first base, had to dance out of the way to avoid it, twist, and make sure that he found it to make the call, and he did all of that. Manram Jr. awaiting. He swings here, lines it, and it's going to hook down. A base hit toward left center. And Galvez will round second, heads to third, and they're at the corners. Manny Ramirez Jr. was just 3 for 20 before that hit. They had him favored the other way defensively. And instead he pulls it slightly over toward left center field. Plenty of room for that one to get down for him. Wally Backman using his bench a little bit tonight. Ramirez making just his 6th start. And Clark out to visit with McCoy. Revs will get some bullpen activity. And Vinny Sienna will be the hitter. Both Ramirez and Sienna have been part-time guys, but both getting a start tonight. And first pitch, swing, and he pops him up. Right side of the infield, Silva ranges over, couple steps out into right, and over near the line, he's got it. And a big first out. That was just what McCoy needed. With first and third, no outs, gets a pop-up. 1 down in the inning. And now back to the top of their order. And Darren Ford walked and scored in the first, lined out to right field in the third. 4-1, New Britain the lead. Revs set up to turn 2. Here's the stretch from McCoy. First pitch, he swings and misses, tying up Ford on that swing. Ford not the easiest to double up. He's got good speed. It's always been part of his game, even after last year when he tore his ACL in May as a member of the Somerset Patriots, trying to avoid a collision at first base as McCoy misses inside to him here. Count now 1-1. First and third, 1 out. He's ready now. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. Dent to his right, gets in front of it. Feeds second. Silva does turn it. 6-4-3 double play. And McCoy rolls his second of the night. Dent had to go away from second by a step, but stayed square to it and hit Silva in rhythm to turn it. around to first base. No runs, 2 hits, 1 man left. And we go to the 5th inning, still a 4-1 New Britain lead.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Head of the 5th, 4-1 New Britain, as Jose Cuevas leads off, looks at a strike. Pat McCoy bouncing back, scoreless inning, rolling his second double play of the night. There's the wind, the 0-1, and Cuevas lines one center field. That'll get in for a base hit. Now the Revs with their 3rd hit, and after Stewart retired his first 10 of the night, 4 of the last 5 have reached. And back-to-back singles last inning, Silva and Dotel, which produced a run. Dotel drove in Silva after he stole a base. And here's Ryan Dent, who hit it hard, but lined out to left field in the 3rd inning. First pitch, he looks at one low. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, Dent back as of last night from the bruised thumb. Melky Mesa still day-to-day with some quad soreness. Jay Goss is on the trip, but resting a few more days from throwing as Dent bounces a foul over toward Witherspoon on deck. Got some elbow soreness to deal with. Frank DeGiulio Jr. out for the year, the elbow operation. And now we've got Polo, unfortunately. There's the 1-1, and a swing and a high pop toward the line and right. Sienna heads over the second baseman all the way out and across the line into foul ground. He makes a 2-hand grab for out number 1. He went a long way to get to that ball. Yeah, Polo today, a ball bounced off a pole in the batting cage, hit him in the mouth. And from what I understand, structurally, he's fine, but he is in some pain. Had a big bag of ice on his mouth when I saw him. Here's Witherspoon. He swings and lines a BB into left. There's a base hit for Trav. First and second with 1 out. And the Revs with their 4th hit, all singles, but the second time through the order, hitting some balls hard. And it's first and second for Tyler Clark. Stewart struck him out his first time up. Stewart last year was in 7 games at AAA Norfolk in the Orioles system. Prior to that, 2 years in Korea. And pitch to Clark, missed inside, a slider. In Korea with the NC Dinos, the Korean baseball organization, the KBO. He started 46 games, went 20-10. with a 3.73 ERA. Pitch is in there. It's a called strike. Originally a third-round pick of the Reds in 2008. And as a young player, second-year pro, he was traded to Toronto as part of a deal that sent Scott Rowland to Cincinnati. Here's the stretch. And the 1-1, it is just off the plate away. Tolley tried to frame it. Stewart would make his way through the Blue Jays system and eventually get to the majors with Toronto in 2011. Now the pitch, swinging a foul tip behind home, 2-2. Also got to the majors with the White Sox and Red Sox. Overall 33 games at the show, 14 starts, 3 wins. And his career highlight, a complete game shutout of the Twins, where he allowed 1 hit and struck out 9 September 5th, 2011. The pitch, swinging a grounder. It is just fouled down the line at third. And Clark keeps it alive. 2-2 it stays. Stewart in his minor league career, 55-53, 3.73 ERA. And a starter most of the way. Out of the belt, he fires and just missed away. Good eye from Clark, 3-2. Cuevas at second, Witherspoon on at first. Here with 1 out in the 5th, Revs trailing 4-1, trying to chip away. Pitch to him, he takes and he's rung up. Strike 3 called. Clark bent the knees a little bit, watching it into the glove. Maybe thought out of the hand it was low, but he's punched out. And that might have been even a changeup from Stewart. Looked like he took something off. It's the 5th strikeout of his night. And there's 2 outs in the inning. And now pitching coach Mauro Gazzo will call time and head out for a chat. Well, Revs fans, the Atlantic League's biggest stars are coming to Long Island this summer. See them all Wednesday, July 11th at the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical Center. The top players from the Liberty and Freedom Division will take the field for the Midsummer Classic as well as the pregame Dig Me Home Run Derby. Following the game, all fans in attendance will enjoy the biggest fireworks spectacular of the season. Get tickets for the 2018 All-Star Game by visiting liducks.com. They're hosting it, /All-Star, or calling 631-940-TIXX, T-I-X-X. Here's Mitchell, who takes low. Back at the top of the order, trying to get something done with 2 outs. 2 hits in the inning, but they're going to need a third, most likely. Mitchell's flied out and struck out. 10-game hitting streak coming in. And he lays off a changeup low. It's ball 2. Now the hitters count for him. 4-1. New Britain leads it here in the 5th inning. Stretch the pitch. And taking a little low again. 3-0. Ruby Silva would be next. Now Stewart the stretch. And the 3-0. It is just outside. Mitchell walks on 4 pitches. And it will move into the hands of Silva with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Silva 1 for 2, a single, a steal, and a run scored last inning. And the first pitch to him he takes, and it's a cross for strike one. Now Stewart missed with 4 straight to Mitchell. Jumps ahead, strike one on Silva. He goes from the windup with the bases loaded. And the 0-1 swinging a bounce foul over by the first base dugout. 0-2. After a 4-pitch walk, jumps ahead 0-2. Silva will have to try to get it done, buried in the count. Here's the wind, the 0-2 pitch, and he swings, grounds it right side and through. Base hit right field. Cuevas will score. Witherspoon on his way. Throw goes into second, and it's a 1-run game. Ruby Silva with a 2-run single through the right side of the infield on an 0-2 pitch. And it's 4-3 here in the top of the 5th inning. His second hit of the night, he drives in 2 on it, his 8th and 9th, runs batted in of the year. Mitchell goes to third, and it's 4-3. And now at the corners for Dotel, the tying run at third base. First pitch, he swings, fouls it off, first base side and up over the seats. What a big hit. Third of the inning. And that one with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Now the stretch, the 0-1. And inside, Dotel shifts back. Wellington tonight, 1 for 2, an RBI single in the 4th, which got the Revs on the board and extended his hitting streak to 17. Looking for another one, and he lays off one that runs inside. 2 balls and a strike. Mitchell at third, Silva at first. Now the 2-1, and a foul straight back. That clipped off the top of the netting and into the seating. 2-2. Stewart now, he retired his first 10 of the night. Revs with 7 of the last 10 reaching base. So they've made an adjustment. 2-2, and he's rung up. Called third strike. On the inside corner, Stewart went off speed, and Dotel has some words about it. He didn't like it, but that'll end the inning. Revs do get 2 runs back, though, and cut it to a 1-run game. 2 runs on 3 hits. 2 men left. We're halfway home tonight. It's New Britain 4, York 3.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE. NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Now the Revs slice into it a bit. It's 4-3. Pat McCoy ready here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Davidson Romero leads off, and McCoy missing just outside. 2, 3, and 4 for the Bees. It'll be the 3rd time that he faces them. Romero 1 for 2, RBI single in the 3rd. 1-0, and that's over for a strike on the inner part of the plate. Romero backing up. Romero, Brignac, Rogers to hit. McCoy a long stare into Clark. He's ready. 1-1. And a swing and a pop fly lifted toward the line and right. Mitchell hustling after it. It lands foul just before he can get there. Couple steps across the line. It plummets down foul. 1-2. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight, Lancaster at Long Island. The Ducks lead it 2-1 in the 5th inning. Revs are 7 back, but even if they don't end up making up that difference in the first half, every game could be big. You never know if the overall record may come into play some year. And the Revs still above 500 in a good position early for that. 1-2. And a line drive caught at third. Jose Cuevas, it's in his glove. 1 down here in the 5th. And he started the jump, reached to the right of his face, and caught it as he came down. Hard hit. And, you know, that's one that could hook a little bit or top spin down. That's a reaction play, not always straight. Even though it's hit hard, not always quote-unquote as easy as it looks, as McCoy misses outside on Brignac. So 1 down, Brignac the hitter. He's 1 for 2, a bloop single, and a run scored in the 3rd. Wide open left-hand stance. The lefty McCoy deals to him, and a breaking ball. Brignac pulled off of it and swung and missed. Other games, the Road Warriors up 2-0 in the 5th at Southern Maryland, and Sugar Land a 1-0 lead at Somerset in the 4th. McCoy with the pitch, and a curveball. There's a called strike. Ahead 1-2. Brignac's been pulling everything, including some far too much foul balls, so a lot of breaking stuff to him here. Now they set up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went down low, and Brignac can't connect. Looked like a two-seamer. Down and out of the zone, and McCoy with the strikeout. That is his 2nd of the night. Other one was back in the 1st inning. He's gotten some quick outs, seems to be a pitch to contact guy. And here's Jason Rogers, who's driven in 3 of their 4 runs. First offering is fastball a little high. Rogers a sac fly in the 1st, 2-run single in the 3rd. It's 4-3 New Britain here in the 5th. Revs were down 4-0, scored 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and are knocking on the door. 1-0 to Rogers. There's a breaking ball and a called strike. McCoy an out away from finishing 5 innings in his first start. Again, a couple of these runs unearned. He's not done a bad job. 1-1, and that misses up high. Revs have a righty loosening. I believe it's Treese. 2-1. And he misses down in the dirt. Treese would have been in last night if not for the ejection. Missed a chance at an appearance there. Now McCoy, the 3-1. And it clipped the outside corner. Rogers a step toward first, but it's a strike. Full count. Matt Tuiasosopo is on deck. It is the 5th full count of the night. He's had some quick outs, but 5 full counts have made him work. And the payoff pitch, swing, and he pops it up. Shallow center, Silva out from second, Witherspoon in. He'll take charge, and the center fielder's got it in shallow right center. And McCoy, in his first start, does go 5. And in some ways, that might exceed expectations. Mace said pregame that if he does what Van Meter did the other night, which was 4 2/3, they'd be happy. Well, he goes 5. Couple of unearned runs have him trailing, but a nice first start from the Revs' new lefty. 1, 2, 3, 5th. We'll go to the 6th. Still 4-3, New Britain.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC. 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia. NMLS ID 2925. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal housing lender.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
First pitch of the 6th was over for a strike on Michael Burgess. This one now is in the dirt, bouncing away. 1-1, the Revs are within a run, down 4-3. With the middle third of the order here, Burgess, Wilson, and Cuevas due to hit. Scored the last 3 runs. Pitch is taken a smidge low. And it's 2-1 on Burgess, who has struck out and walked tonight. Revs 3 unanswered the last 2 innings. The 2-1, and a rip on the ground, but right at second. Siena's got it, throws to first. And there is one away here in the top of the 6th. It is 8 o'clock. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down. Here is Zach Wilson, who's grounded out and flied out. First pitch is inside, a ball. The part in the clouds has made its way over the outfield area, so some blue skies now as Wilson takes a little low. 2-0. It's turned out to be a very pleasant evening. A little bit cool for June 5th, but right now 62 degrees on their board. There's the wine, the 2-0, and a bouncer foul over toward Cuevas, who's on deck. There's some give to that netting, and there's a kid in the front row who is a little over-aggressive to make a play, and the ball almost knocked him down. Surprised at how the net gave as Wilson lays off one low. Now 3-1. Stewart with the pitch. And a swing and a high fly the other way and right. Tui Asasopo drifting toward the corner, and he is there. Make the one-hand grab for out number 2. Now Stewart looking to bounce back. He had a perfect start. First time through, then the Revs getting to him. But here in his 6th inning, looking to make it a quality start. Jose Cuevas stands in. First pitch, fastball, outer half for a called strike. Cuevas started the 2-run 5th with a single, scored on Silva's hit. 0-1, breaking ball, line drive left center. He's got another hit. That's in. Ford will come on to glove it, and Jose Cuevas 2 for 3 on the night. Singles in each of the last 2 innings. Stewart hung a breaking ball middle, and Cuevas lines it right over short. And that'll get Ryan Dent to the plate, who tonight is 0 for 2. His first time up, though, hit a missile, but right at the left fielder. Revs now out hitting the Bees 6-5. First pitch, a big swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Dent was trying to give him the lead on that swing. The Revs out hit New Britain last night as well. 8-6, but lost the game 6-4. Dent ready and waiting. Pitch is just inside, a changeup, and Stewart a long pause looking in. Seemingly a bit perturbed that he didn't get that call. Now the 1-1, and it's low. Stewart at 89 pitches, 56 strikes, 33 balls. 2-1, and a ground ball sharply at third, speared on the backhand by Romero. Long throw across is right on target. And that will end the inning. Dent hit it pretty sharply. Revs are turned aside, though, in the 6th. The 2-out single is all. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 4-3, New Britain.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Bottom of the sixth, Zach Treese will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs trail 4-3. But a nice first start from Pat McCoy. 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, only 2 were earned. He walked 2, struck out 2. The fact that he went 5, only 2 were earned. He was scoreless his last 2 2/3. Definitely a lot of positives tonight as Treese misses low on Tuiasa Sopo leading off. Well, Treese would have been in last night, but Joe Gravina took care of that. It was the 1-0, and a swing and a bounce foul off the front of the Revs dugout. Ejected between innings. He and Robert Carson were angry at the fair ball call in the Romero home run, angry that Tyler Cravey was saddled with giving up that home run. Here's a swing and a foul tip behind the plate. It's 1-2. Treese will get in tonight, and things have gone much better for him here of late. Mace thought that the arm strength improved, so the slider break has improved. More depth to it. He fires, and there's a slider, and Tuiasa Sopo pops it up. Shallow left. Dotel will trot in toward the line, and he's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Treese's last 5 outings, he's gone a total of 6 innings, giving up 1 unearned run. That's after he was charged with 10 runs in his first 2 appearances. 1 down. Here is Josh Tully, who has walked and lined out to right. Treese with the pitch. It is across for a strike. 4-3 our score. Revs with a run in the 4th, 2 in the 5th on the Ruby Silva single to get within a run. Pitch, and a 2-seamer tailed to the outer corner. That's a called strike. And Tully turns and has some words. That Silva single, our Jimmy John's delivery of the game, coming with 2 strikes and 2 outs to plate 2. Treese ready, the 0-2. Backdoor hook just missed. Treese hit some fungo grounders to the infielders today with Polo sidelined. Here's a chopper down to first. High hop. Burgess knocks it down, throws, and not in time. A bad hop, and Tully on base. He backed up. He was ready to glove it. What should have been about letter high. It hopped up, and he had to reach above his cap and out to the right of his ear. He's going to be charged with an error, but a terrible hop. He did recover to make a throw with Treese covering, but not in time. It's the Revs' 4th error of the night. Jimmy John's will deliver to the entire office, now delivering from 3 locations in York, 970 Loucks Road, 2058 South Queen Street, and 150 Memory Lane. Jimmy John's, where fresh and fast meet. Here's Jonathan Galvez, who looks at a strike. Galvez tonight 1 for 2. Former Bluefish pitched to him. He swings and fouled it down off his foot. And Treese tonight using more of that 2-seamer. And Galvez away from the plate. He'll have to drop the bat in pain as he tries to walk that one off. Does not appear that he has an ankle guard. And their athletic trainer, Andy Muccino, will come out and check on him. And maybe right around the shin, just below the knees, seems to be what they're looking at. And Treese threw it. Two-seamer to Tully, a lefty. Got a called strike on that. Threw one to Galvez here, the righty, and got him to swing and chop it right down off his own leg. And he will dig back in. They set up in, threw it again, and it tails inside. Missed the plate this time. You had to think that was coming. Take no prisoners. Go right back in there again. Now away. And a swing and a ground ball at third. Cuevas plays the second bounce to second one. Sidearm turn from Silva right on the money. 5-4-3 double play around the horn. And the Revs turn their third of the night. No runs, no hits, one error, nobody left. And a good sixth inning for Zach Treese. We go to the seventh here tonight at New Britain. Revs still down a run. It's 4-3.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the seventh, 4-3. New Britain still in front. Revs are back home Thursday night. 4-game weekend home series against Long Island, 6:30 to start. And it's swim night presented by York County YMCA. All swim teams recognized during the pregame parade. Travis Witherspoon to lead things off. Stewart still in. First pitch, he swings, hits it in the air, center field, and backs Ford up. But plenty of room out there, walking backward in deep center straight away. And Ford makes the catch, retiring his center field counterpart on one pitch. One down here in the top of the seventh inning. Friday night is a hat auction presented by the Revs fan club. Saturday is a big night, and Sunday as well. And here's Clark, who foul tips the first one back. I'll tell you about Saturday and Sunday as we go here. You can get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Clark, 2 at-bats tonight, 2 Ks. Stewart still in there, up near 100 pitches. He fires, and a swing and a foul back onto the roof. Matter of fact, he's now at 93 pitches for the night. 60 strikes, 33 balls. It's the 0-2, and it misses down and away. Revs down a run. Saturday, we've got post-game fireworks presented by Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment. It's Go Green Night. Presented by York County Solid Waste Authority. Here's a fastball up high, 2-2. That features the eco-friendly tote bag giveaway to the first 2,000 fans. It's also Superhero Night with an appearance by the ex-Pogo stunt team. Pitch to Clark, a foul tip back to the net. Again, he hangs in there. And it's a Boomers Book Club night presented by Harrisburg University. Then Sunday, Cancer Survivor Day presented by Visiting Angels. And it's Princess Day. There's the wind, the pitch. Swinging a foul tip to the backstop. And Clark hanging tough. And no, I'm not going to do the promo in that voice that Doug did. He really got into it for our commercial, but we'll have a tea party, activities with Disney princesses, Cinderella carriage photo booth. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss, a changeup, and Stewart wins the battle. His 7th strikeout of the night, 2 down in the inning. Also Sunday at Princess Day, makeup tips and an appearance by YouTube sensation Shay Enstad. Here comes Wally Backman, and with Jared Mitchell coming up, they're going to go to a lefty with 2 outs in the 7th, so Stewart goes 6 2/3, and he finishes strong. He retires 6 of his final 7 after that Revs mid-game rally that has cut it to 1 run, which is where we still are. A pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. We'll tell you who it is. They've got Fuller and Outman, both lefties. And one brought in to face Mitchell. Also on Sunday, this will give us a little more time to preview the upcoming homestand. We've got a crab feast in the bullpen balcony catered by Captain Bob's Crabs. A lot going on that day. Another Boomers Book Club Day presented by Harrisburg University. Dollar Dog Day courtesy of Hatfield Quality Meats. And a Sunday Fun Day presented by Wise Markets with pregame autographs and catch in the field and postgame Kids Run the Bases. The entire homestand brought to you by Giant Food Stores. It's a big one, 4 games. Tickets available at YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Revs ticket office. New pitcher is Josh Outman, making his 3rd appearance with New Britain. 0-1, took the loss in their 15-inning game on Sunday. Gave up the walk-off homer to Lou Ford. 2 innings, 2 runs since joining the team. And brought in to face Mitchell and Silva. Next 2 hitters left-handed, and then Burgess. 3 of the next 4 are left-handed with only Dotel in between. Outman pitched for New Britain during their inaugural year 2 years ago, Sugarland last season. And he's been in the majors for parts of 6 years. Mitchell stands in, 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch is a little high. Revs down 4-3 here in the top of the 7th. Mitchell's 10-game hitting streak still on the line. The 1-0, and he swings and lines it to center field, down for a hit. 11 in a row for Mitchell. A 2-out single right back up the middle, and for the 3rd time on this road trip, an opposing lefty has been brought in to face him, and he gets a hit off of him. The Revs with their 7th hit of the night. And the tying run on base for Ruby Silva. Silva 2 for 3, 2-run single in the 5th. Also stole a base and scored back in the 4th. First pitch, he shortens, takes a strike though. Over the outer part of the plate. 4-3. Revs down a run here in the 7th. And Mitchell against lefties just brought in to face him. 3 for 3 on this trip. Move to first, he's back standing. Last night doubled off Fuller. Had an infield hit off Russell on Sunday, but Russell had already been in. There's the pitch. It is a called strike. Down and away. Silva points to where he thought it was. He's not a fan of that one. And it's 0-2. Well, it was 0-2 with 2 outs 2 innings ago when he drove in 2. He's buried in the count again here. 0-2 pitch. It is just outside. He steps toward it, doesn't swing. Takes a look back at David Speranza, who called a very similar one a strike on the previous pitch. 1-2. Outman ready. And a move to first, Mitchell running, and he's going to get stuck in a run down. 3-6, back to 3, and he can't sidestep Ramirez Jr., who put the glove into his midsection as he tried to step around him and get back. 1-3-6-3, he's caught stealing, and that concludes the top of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. Revs are caught on the bases for the 2nd time tonight. And it's stretch time at New Britain. Revs still trail 4-3.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You trust AAA to work at every mile.
But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA home insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA home insurance to AAA auto insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA home insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Bottom of the 7th inning, we had a prolonged break, saying God bless America, some older gentlemen, a big group of them. And now Robert Carson takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. By the way, they didn't announce it at the beginning of the 7th, but it was not Stewart to begin the inning. Right-hander Devin Burke got the first 2 outs, and then Outman came in. So Stewart did go 6. Here's Manny Ramirez Jr. who takes a strike. And thought the delivery looked a little bit different. The build of the righty was the same, but it was Burke who came in to begin that inning. Now the 0-1, and a fastball perfectly spotted right on the outside corner, 0-2. Treese and Carson both ejected last night, both in the game tonight. Carson ready. Here's the 2-strike pitch. And it's right there. Strike 3 called. Great job of working in and out there. Strike 2 was on the outer corner. Strike 3 was in. And Ramirez caught looking. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Vinny Sienna up next. 0 for 2 tonight. Did reach on an error, stole a base, and scored in the 3rd. First pitch here, he swings and fouls it back. For Carson, this is game number 13. He's 3-1, 2.04 ERA. Last in on Friday night. And the pitch, swinging a high fly, foul ground. Mitchell on the right side of the infield a look, but it is well back out of play near their carousel down the right field line. Carson will go to the rosin bag at the back of the mound as he waits for everybody to head on back. He went an inning and a third scoreless his last outing. They credit him with the win in relief Friday at Sugar Land. There's the 0-2. And a swing and a high fly, foul again down the right field side. They are playing Sienna pretty severely the other way. Witherspoon, he is way over in right center, and Mitchell way toward the line. Left center is gaping. Carson with another 0-2. And missed high with a fastball. Trying to get Sienna to extend. Former Mets farmhand. So is Carson. He delivers and misses down and in. Carson drafted by the Mets, made it to the majors with them. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Now the 2-2. Oh man, just missed. Looked awfully similar in on a righty to the pitch that he got Ramirez on. Carson will try it again, full count. And he missed up high. So Sienna is lost to the walk. 1 out base runner. And we go to the top of the order. And Darren Ford. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines. the official transportation provider of the Revs. Where some on this road trip would rather sleep on the bus than in this hotel. Ford is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run tonight. Carson, a fake over to first, and Sienna bought it and he went crawling back. Carson was a 14th round pick of the Mets back in 07. Out of high school in Mississippi. On the pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball there. He now lives in California. Spent some time in the Angels and Dodgers systems at AAA. And made it to the majors with the Mets for 31 games. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another good fastball. And he's got it popping. Carson in high school played baseball and football. He was given the Tiger Award to the player who exemplifies leadership, sportsmanship, and team spirit. And here, over a decade later at the pro level, we can see that. He's very much a vocal leader. He fires. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball away. 3 in a row. And Carson with a pair of strikeouts here in the 7th. 2 down. And he'll face Davidson Romero with Sienna at first and 2 outs. 4-3 game. New Britain still in front. Romero 1 for 3, RBI single and a run back in the 3rd. And here's the first pitch. It is just inside. As Romero lifts the arms up, I think Carson wanted a strike on that one. Dusk here in central Connecticut. The stretch and the 1-0. Swinging a high drive, deep left field. Dotel is back onto the track, and he's got just enough room. Makes the grab right in front of the ads on the wall in left field. Had his hand out, should he have needed to brace himself, but it just stays in the park, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. A scoreless frame for Carson. And that's huge. That keeps it a 1-run score as we go to the 8th. New Britain 4, York 3.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Josh Outman stays in. Ruby Silva back up there, and he goes after a first pitch high fastball and misses. 4-3 New Britain. As we start the 8th, Silva was up when the 7th inning ended. Here's the 0-1, and he tries to bunt his way on. Jabbed at it foul, though. Started up in the box, hoping to get one middle in that he could drag. But it was a breaking ball away. He poked at it, fouled it over toward Dotel, who's on deck. Two lefties due in the inning, so Outman stays in. Gave up a single, but erased Mitchell on the pick. Pitch to Silva, breaking ball called third. It started at him, and he gave up on it, bending back, and it hooked back over the plate. Strike 3 called, and one away here in the top of the 8th. Bring up Wellington Dotel, who's 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the 4th. Which got the Revs on the board, extended his hitting streak to 17. They scored 2 more an inning later. Still down, though. First pitch, it tails way outside. This is the lone righty that Outman is likely to face. Burgess on deck. And the 1-0, that's high and away. The hitters count for Dotel. Let's see if he can get one to mash here. Complete this comeback. There's the stretch, the 2-0. And he was hoping to. It was a changeup, and he nicks a foul right at home plate. Ball was up. He was trying to catch it with the arms extended. Outman, 161 big league games, 32 starts, 16-11, ERA a little under 4.5. With the A's, Rockies, Indians, and Yankees. Here's the pitch. It is in the dirt, 3-1. Came up with the Phillies, traded to Oakland, middle of 08 for Joe Blanton. He helped the Phillies win a World Series. Outman spent parts of 3 years with Oakland. He deals. Dotel backing away, and it missed away. On 3-1, he was taking all the way. He'll set his gear down in the batter's box and head to first. And he realized that he took off the helmet and left that there. And Mays has to cover his face with laughter down in the third base box. He set everything down, including the helmet. And he was about a third of the way to first and realized he might still need that. And as the bat boy was coming out, he turned and said, wait. Can I have that back? Oh, my. Well, the dugout got a kick out of that. He's a one-out base runner. And here's Burgess, tying run on. First pitch is up and in, and he bends away. He's running down to first with nothing on his head. 1-0. Swinging a well-hit ball right center field toward the gap. It is down for a hit. Back to the wall. Dotel being sent around third. Relay to the plate. He slides in. Burgess goes to third, and we're tied at 4. Michael Burgess, a clutch hit against the lefty. Belts it to the gap in right center. Takes third on the throw home. And the Revs have come all the way back and tied the game 4-4 here in the 8th. Dotel scoring all the way from first base. And Wally Backman will head to the mound and call on a righty. Zach Wilson due next. And the Revs with the go-ahead run now 90 feet away and still only one out. Now Burgess, who has struggled against lefties. They left Outman in this inning to face 2 out of 3. Got Silva, but then walked Otel, and Burgess capitalizes in a big spot. And this game tied at 4, a righty coming in. We'll tell you who it is. Burgess at third with 1 out in the 8th. Tied at 4, Zach Wilson the hitter when we come back.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelero. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the Sportswear Specialty Store without specialty prices. Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Now Michael Burgess maybe starting to turn it on. RBI double to tie it, took third on the throw. Righty Elvin Ramirez is in. So is the infield with Wilson at bat. First pitch, a swing and a miss, a slider. And the go-ahead run 90 feet away, tied at 4 here in the 8th inning. Burgess, the game-tying double, had an RBI hit last night, a double the night before that, so he is starting to produce again. Here's the stretch. The 0-1 to Wilson, a swing and a miss, a slider. And this one breaking a bit further to the outside. Ramirez 0-2, 3.07 ERA in 13 outings for the former New York Met and Bridgeport Bluefish. Wilson 0 for 3 tonight, all 4 infielders in. And here is the 0-2, swing and a pop-up at first base. It's Ramirez, Manny Jr. into foul ground, and he's got it over near the coach's box. And that's the second out. The biggest thing there is that Ramirez got ahead. Wilson then had to swing with 2 strikes as he slams his bat down in the dugout. Anything he could do to make contact there. And on a slider away, tough pitch to do anything with, pops it up foul. Here's Jose Cuevas, infield backs up, 2 away. And Ramirez, to his former teammate with Bridgeport, delivers a strike on the outside corner. Trying to get Burgess home from third with 2 outs. And Cuevas tonight 2 for 3, couple singles, runs scored in the 5th. Here's the stretch. And the 0-1. Swing and a line drive toward right center. Caught by Vinny Sienna on a sprint back. And the second baseman backing into the outfield reaches up and makes the grab. Sienna just 5'10", and going out into a back pedal, had just enough to get to it, and the inning is over. But the Revs tie it up. They are denied of their first lead of the night, but they tie it up. A run on one hit and one left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-4.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
The York County Solid Waste Authority is a proud sponsor of Go Green Night at the York Revolution on June 9th. The first 2,000 fans through the gate will receive a free eco-friendly cloth shopping tote. We call foul on plastic bags, and you should too. Visit www.ycswa.com for more earth-friendly tips. That's www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs have tied it up, weren't able to get Burgess home for the lead, and Sienna backing up into right center, a ball that looked like it could be a hit off Cuevas' bat, but the humpback liner was caught. A tie game, though, 4-4. Ricardo Gomez on here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Reed Brignac up first. First pitch is inside. 3-4-5 in the order. Brignac, Rogers, Tuiasosopo. Brignac 1 for 3, a bloop hit and a run back in the 3rd. There's the 1-0, and he rips it at first. Burgess spears it to his right. Turns, and he will call off Gomez and win the race himself. 1 down. Got there in plenty of time. Brignac might have broken his bat. Maybe wasn't hit as hard as it looked or sounded initially. But on one hop, Burgess had to reach, and he makes the play unassisted. And here is Jason Rogers, who's driven in 3 of their 4. Sac fly in the first, 2-run single in the 3rd, overall 1 for 2. Guard the line at 3rd. Here's the first offering, and it's way outside and in the dirt. Gomez 0-1, 4.36 ERA in 10 outings. Now set with it. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, it's down and out. And the count 2-0. All the damage on Gomez has come in the last 3 outings, so he would love a clean one here. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It is a little high. His last 3 outings, 2 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. After his first 7 appearances this year, 7 2/3 scoreless, just 2 hits. Pitch. There's a strike. And it's 3-1. Now ready, and delivers, and it breaks down and away. 3-1 slider, and he walks Rogers. No one-out base runner here in a tie game. And Matt Tuiasosopo to the plate. Tonight 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, fly out. Fletch will call time and head out for a chat. Gomez didn't want to have Rogers beat him. Sitting fastball and a fastball count. Went hook and missed with it. This might be a little pep talk from Fletch. Telling him to stay aggressive with his stuff. Well, around the league, Lancaster now down 3-1 at Long Island in the 8th. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Southern Maryland's tied the Road Warriors at 2. That's in the 7th. Sugar Land and Somerset also tied at 2 in the 7th. First pitch to Tuiasosopo. That's high. He is gone ball one to each of the 3 hitters. Now back with the 1-0. And there's a strike. Outside corner called. He's thrown 6 balls. That was his 3rd strike. Now the 1-1 runner goes, and it's down and away. Clark the throw, Silva the tag, safe the call at second base. Fairly close, but Rogers got a good jump on the leg kick. And the go-ahead run is at second with 1 out. It's a 2-1 count on the hitter. Now Clark came out of his squat, let it fly. And the closing speed on that throw looked like Rogers was going to beat it easily, and it was close. But he is in there. And that is his first stolen base attempt of the year. Here's the 2-1 to the hitter, and a swing and a miss. He chased ball 3 up near letter high. And it is 2-2. Outfield plays Tuiasosopo the other way. Here's the stretch from Gomez. Glance at second base, the pitch home. Swinging a drive the other way, right field. Mitchell backs up onto the track, and he makes the grab. Stops just shy of the wall. He'll heave it in. Rogers tags from second and goes to third, and they did have him played perfectly toward the opposite field. So rather than having to go all the way toward the corner and maybe not get to it, Mitchell only had to go back. He was already toward the line. Runner at third, 2 outs. And we'll try to keep this game tied. Josh Tolley will be intentionally walked, the left-hand hitter. And they will go after Jonathan Galvez instead. It's only the 3rd intentional walk issued all year by Revs pitchers. The other 2 were in 1 game in Lancaster a couple weeks ago. Here's Galvez, 1 for 3 tonight. And Gomez the pitch. Fastball called strike. Came into the game, Galvez did, hitting under 200. And the Revs will go after him. Here's the stretch from Ricardo. The 0-1, slider away. Clark makes sure that he reaches and gets the glove down low enough. Revs left the go-ahead run at third in the top half. Gomez trying to strand the go-ahead run in the bottom half. The 1-1. Strike called as he nails Clark's glove on the outer edge. It's 1-2. Galvez started the night in left. He's now at first base. And they switched in the top half of the inning. Osni Guillen now on deck, went into left. And Gomez ready. Here is the 1-2. It misses off the plate away. Guillen loosening, swinging on deck, went into Manny Ramirez Jr.'s spot in the order. Gomez has his sign. The 2-2. Swing and a miss! He struck him out! Got him on the slider. Big fist pump from Tyler Clark, who called for it. And Gomez leaves runners at first and third in the bottom of the 8th. Keeps the game tied. No runs, no hits. And 2 men left. It was Ramirez who left the Revs go-ahead run at third in the top half. Gomez does it in the bottom half, and we go to the 9th, tied at 4.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Start of the 9th, tied at 4. Ryan Dent leads off, and the first one misses away. Alvin Ramirez stays in. Got the final 2 outs of the 8th, leaving the go-ahead run at third base. But then Gomez returned the favor. The 1-0, and it's low. Dent tonight 0 for 3. Has hit it hard twice, though. Revs were down 4-0 in the first 3 innings. There's the 2-0 pitch. And he swings and skies it way up at second base. Sienna camped under it, dancing backward, and he secures it two-handed. Couple of steps into right, 1 away. It's 9 o'clock. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Here is Travis Witherspoon, 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 5th. Revs have come all the way back to tie it at 4. First pitch is a little high. Tolley tried to bring it down for the call, didn't get it. Now the 1-0, and a swing, and he taps one foul. It bounced up off his bat on the follow-through. And a foul ball at the plate. 1-1 the count on Witherspoon. Tyler Clark on deck. Ramirez ready. There's the 1-1. And a swing and a foul back got in on Witherspoon's hands with that fastball. Revs' biggest comeback to win a game this season is 2, which they've done twice. Got a total of 6 comeback wins out of their 16 victories. Now ready, and the pitch. It is way outside. They scored a run in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. It stayed a 1-run game until the 8th. Burgess tying it with a double. Clutch hit. Now the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball the other way. Wide open hole. It's going to get through it. Sienna ranging way to his left. Rolled over but couldn't come up with it on the dive, and Witherspoon, a 1-out single. He sprints all the way through the bag. Didn't know if Sienna would get to it and keep it in the infield, but the go-ahead run is on. And once he had to go that far, even had he gloved it with Witherspoon's speed, Travis had the hit. And he is 2 for 4 tonight. Here's Tyler Clark. And Spooney a threat to run. Tully, former big leaguer, behind the plate. Puts the signs down for Ramirez. And the first pitch to Clark. He swings, chops it high off the dirt toward the middle. Brignac gets to it in front of second, and on the run throws to first. Witherspoon to second base with 2 outs. And man, did Clark chop that one way up in the air off the dirt, either in front of or off of home plate itself. And that went way high. Brignac hustling in front of second to glove it on the way down. Now we go to the top of the order for Jared Mitchell, and they'll go to a lefty again. It'll be Jim Fuller, who Mitchell doubled off of last night, but they will continue to match up with lefties and trusting in those matchups as Wally Backman makes the move. Go ahead run at second with 2 outs in the 9th. Jared Mitchell will bat when we come back. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
By royal command of the little princess living in your house, Mom and Dad, you are hereby invited to Princess Day with the York Revolution. Dress Her Royal Highness in her princess costume on Sunday, June 10th, for pictures and tea with her favorite storybook princesses. Take your royal portrait with Cinderella's coach and get tips from YouTube makeup celebrity That Girl Shay. Princess Day at People's Bank Park, Sunday, June 10th. Glass slippers optional. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Well, Fuller is ready. Here's Mitchell. Go ahead run at second. First pitch is a little high. And Jared Mitchell, 5 for his last 5 against left-hand pitchers, 6 for his last 7. Singled off Outman in the 7th. Last night against Fuller, doubled off of him. Revs need a hit with Spoon at second, 2 outs. Tied at 4 in the 9th. Here's the 1-0, and he watches it in for a strike. Mitchell 1 for 3 overall tonight. Also a walk. Hitting streak is at 11. And for Fuller, back-to-back nights coming in to face Mitchell first. In 13 games, he's got an .069 ERA, no record. 13 innings, just 1 earned run, 3 runs total, 2 walks, 17 Ks, time asked for. 12 hits allowed, opponents hitting .240. On the stretch, a look back, and the 1-1. It is down low. Lefties against Fuller, 2 for 17. So he's had good success against same side hitters. Now ready and set. And the 2-1. It is in tight. Mitchell lifts the arms up, backs away. It's 3-1. He'll take a moment, readjust the batting gloves, get himself focused. Big spot. He'll look for one that is his. Count in his favor. Silva would be next. And Fuller stares and now sets. And here is the 3-1. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. He saw it up and let it fly. It's 3-2. Revs looking for their first lead since the first inning in last night's game. Tonight, they are trying to end a 3-game skid. They've battled back to tie it up. And now Fuller ready with it. The 3-2. Check swing. It's inside. It missed. And there is no appeal. Mitchell tosses the bat away. Ball 4. And the Revs with 2 on for Ruby Silva. Back-to-back left-hand hitters and 3 out of 4 at the top tonight. Though Fuller will be in still. Mitchell has reached for the 3rd consecutive time. Second walk that he's drawn tonight. Here's Silva. 2 for 4. 2 ribbies. And the first pitch. Breaking ball. He takes it the other way. Left field. Sinking base hit. Witherspoon flying around third. He'll dive across at the plate. And the Revs take the lead here in the top of the 9th inning, 5-4. Ruby Silva goes the other way and sprays it into left field. His 3rd hit and his 3rd RBI of the night. And the Revs have come all the way back and take their first lead in 18 innings of baseball. Since the first inning last night, first pitch swinging and Silva goes the other way, and it's 5-4 York. Here's Wellington Dotel. And Fuller, the pitch to him, a swing and a foul back over the roof. 5 unanswered. And the Revs will either have, I would imagine, Sides or Rincon. Here's the stretch. And the 0-1. It is down and in. Taking the lead with 2 outs. I don't see, like Rincon, for instance, rushing to get ready. Whoever was up is ready and is waiting. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball at third, right to Romero. He will take it to the bag ahead of Mitchell, and that'll end the inning. But the Revs, who have battled back all night, have taken the lead with 2 outs in the 9th inning. as Ruby Silva serves one the other way in front of Guillen in left. And Witherspoon came flying around and dove across. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. Bottom of the 9th, it's York 5, New Britain 4.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
You guys ready? Come on! Sixers head coach Brett Brown joins us. People forget what you went through, and we had you on during this process. Did you ever have one of those, or the last time you had one of those moments where you just, you know what, it got to you, where you just said, I just don't know if I'm going to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I mean, during the 10-win season and, you lost 26 in a row, I think during that period of time, you wondered, times was it something that you thought you were signing up for? I did feel comfortable and confident we were working on the correct things, my version of what I think a culture is. But when the last time I spoke with you compared to where we are now, that seems like a long time ago.
You went from 10 to 52 wins in 2 years. That's pretty incredible there.
The Dan Patrick Show. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This hour on WOYK is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Quality you can see.
Bottom of the 9th, 5-4. The Revs in front have come all the way back, and Ruby Silva with 2 outs in the 9th, giving them the lead. Junior Rincon will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Osni Guillen, Vinny Sienna. And Darren Ford is who he will be due to face, although it looks like it is James Skelton swinging on deck in Sienna's spot, and it is. Guillen with his first at bat of the night, hitting .250 with a homer and 8 driven in. Came in defensively in the 8th. And Rincon ready to go. His first pitch, Guillen shows bunt. It misses slightly low. Rincon will be going for his 7th save. 14 outings, 0-1. ERA is 3. And he's got 6 saves for the year. The 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball straight away center. Spoon was playing deep. He's right there waiting on it. Puts it away. And 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Hit pretty well, but right where Witherspoon was positioned. With a 1-run lead, they were willing to give up a single. Didn't want to give up a double, so he was deep. And it flew right to him. Here's James Skelton, who will pinch hit for Sienna. Skelton starts almost every game for them. Here's Rincon's first pitch, and he swings at it, fouls it back. He's hitting .258, 1 home run, 9 driven in. Well, Rincon ready. And the 0-1. It is just inside. He has pitched on this mound. He was in a couple of games when the Revs were here a couple of weeks back. His 6 saves, tied for 4th most in the league. And now ready. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive, right center, sinking, down for a hit. Mitchell coming over, will glove it. As it dies in front of him, he'll toss all the way into second. So the tying run is on. Skelton a pinch single. And we go to the top of their order. And Darren Ford Ford tonight 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. Revs a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rincon trying to close it out. And he's ready to go. Here's the first pitch. Fastball called strike. Double play would end it. Pat McCoy got Ford to hit into one back in the 4th. The Revs have turned 3 tonight. 1 to second, 1 to short, 1 to third. Ford hit his to short. Dent pinching toward the middle at shortstop. Here's the 0-1. And in the dirt, great block, Tyler Clark. With that curveball from Rincon, it was outside. He had to get over and get square to it. And not usher it over to the side where maybe Skelton could advance on a partial block. He deadened it right in front. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now Rincon ready. And the pitch, runner goes, swing and a pop-up, and it's foul, coming back and out of play. And Skelton had a big jump, would have had second base stolen. But with already a strike on him, Ford went after it. Maybe it was a hit and run that was on. And Ford fouls it off. 1-2. Now Diggs back in, the play ball sign given. And Rincon quickly has his sign, the stretch. And the 1-2, not running, and a breaking ball just missed. And the Revs side wanted it. It's 2-2. Rincon froze and stared in. And as he realized he wasn't getting it, you could sense the wince start to come across his face, the groan from the dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he'll try it again. He's ready. He deals. And it misses down and away. A fastball. It's a full count. So now, even with 1 out, Skelton, a pretty good bet to go. Miguel Gomez, their hitting coach, signs in from third. Rincon, a deep breath, turns and stares in. He's set, and as he came set, Ford put the hand up for time. Now they will go through the routine again. And Rincon has his signal to stretch. And the payoff pitch, he runs, a swing and a pop-up, foul again. And out of play, first base side into the bleachers. And again, Skelton will walk back to first base. Revs do have sides up and throwing. Burgess will continue to hold Skelton. Not a big lead. Here's the stretch. And he runs again. Pitch is fouled against the screen. 3rd time with Skelton running. And again, he'll head back to first. 2nd time on a 3-2 pitch. So a 3rd 3-2 offering will be coming. Revs up 5-4 here in the bottom of the 9th. Looking for their first win of the year when trailing after 7 innings. Rincon again ready. Long set, and time asked for. He was just going to hold and hold. See if Skelton might go before he went. So now again back on the rubber. And he's ready. Short lead, but gonna go. Payoff pitch, a swing and a chop foul. Over by the Revs dugout. Robert Carson grabs it with the hoodie on, tosses it up into the stands. We'll do it again. 3rd straight 3-2 foul ball. Tying run at first, winning run is at the plate. And again, Rincon has his sign. Another payoff pitch. Runner goes, swinging a fly ball toward the line in right. Mitchell has a beat on it. Across into foul ground. He's got room, makes the grab. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Rincon wins the battle, and Mitchell caught it down near the New Britain bullpen with his arm up above his cap. And he took an extra half step as he caught it. And his midsection collided with the fencing. He's just fine, it looks like. He bounced off, but that's how little room was left where he made that catch. And the Revs are an out away from what could be one of their best wins of the young season. They need one more out. Davidson Romero 1 for 4 on the night. RBI single and a run in the 3rd. The co-player of the month, first pitch, curveball just outside. Yesterday named the league's co-player of the month for April and May with Jordani Valdaspin of Long Island. Burgess holds Skelton tight to the bag at first. The 1-0. And a swing and a high fly. Left field, Dotel is there. Into left center, waiting. He's got it. Game over. And the Revs come back and win 5-4. Here in the middle game of the series at New Britain, they end the skid. And it's their first win of the year when trailing after 7. They tied in the 8th. They score the winning run in the 9th. And Junior Rincon nails it down with his 7th save of the season. And one of the great wins of the year. The Revs had scuffled on this road trip, but to come back from down 4-0 early, never packed it in tonight. They made a run at it in the middle innings to get close, and they complete the comeback in the final 2 innings, scoring the final 5 runs of the game unanswered, and they allowed nothing. Combined as a staff, 5 pitchers after that 3rd inning, as they file through the victory line, win number 17 tonight, and this one so far this year, one of the best. As it snaps the 3-game skid, they have a chance at a 500 road trip tomorrow, and it's a 5-4 win here at New Britain Stadium tonight. In the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. 5-4 the final. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Nitro Circus presents the Next Level Tour. In 2018, we're stepping things up a notch and taking the world's biggest ramps on the road. These are the ramps that have only been seen at Travis Pastrana's house and the Nitro World Games. And now they're coming to you. So come check it out, York. This tour is too big for indoors. This tour is next level. Coming to People's Bank Park on Friday, June 15th. Tickets on sale now through nitrocircus.com.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Be on the lookout.
Rich Eisen.
The Sixers, not the Cavs, not the Toronto Raptors, the Sixers. I am trusting the process. They have hit the win it now button, man. This is exciting stuff. Donovan Mitchell trolling on Ben Simmons.
Pretty great.
Wearing a hoodie with the definition of rookie on it, describing what that means is an athlete playing his or her first season as a member of a professional sports team. That was what he wore. Here's Simmons' response.
He's implying tonight you're not a rookie.
No, he's implying that I am a rookie because it's my first season.
Nice. Keep this in mind. Ben Simmons was a big problem because he didn't win at LSU. And he is now featured in the longest winning streak in the history of the Philadelphia 76ers franchise. Long cry from the, didn't even make the tournament talk.
Rich Eisen.
Easy, big fella. Can I call myself that?
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs win it tonight, 5-4, the final here at New Britain. Daryl Henry back with you. We welcome you to the post-game show as the Revs overcome a season-high 4 errors in the game. It's a season-high 4-run comeback. They were down 4-0 early, and they score the final 5 in this game. 7th comeback win of the year, their first when trailing going into the final 2 innings of a game. And this was a big one. It ends the 3-game skid. And when you look at it from a human standpoint, you've lost 3 in a row on an exhausting road trip. You get down 4-0 early, but they did not fold. Instead, they started the comeback right away. And we will recap things tonight. Zach Stewart for New Britain was perfect through the first 3 1/3. The Revs were going nowhere fast early in the game against him. And on the flip side, Pat McCoy making his first start, a long-awaited first start, an unearned run scored on him in the first inning on a Jason Rogers sac fly. But he came back with a scoreless second inning with help of a double play to erase a leadoff walk. In the third, however, New Britain built their lead to 4-0, scoring 3 more times. Vinny Sienna reached on an error, stole second, took third on a flyout, and Davidson Romero drove him in with a base hit. Reed Brignac then a bloop single, and Jason Rogers made it 3 singles in a row on a 2-run hit to left field to extend the Bees' lead to 4-0. But McCoy got the final 2 outs of the third, then a scoreless fourth with another double play, and then a 1-2-3 fifth. And he went 5 innings in his first start. Of the 4 runs, only 2 earned. He finished strong and started the scoreless streak that the bullpen carried the rest of the way, which allowed the offense to come back. And after getting down 4-0, the comeback started right away in the 4th inning. After Stewart had retired his first 10 of the night, Ruby Silva, a 1-out single to left to break up the perfecto. He stole second and scored on a Wellington Dotel base hit up the middle, on which he extended his 17-game hitting streak and got the Revs on the board 4-1. Then in the 5th inning, Cuevas and Witherspoon with singles. They were on with 2 outs when Mitchell walked. And Stewart, after walking Mitchell on 4 pitches, jumped ahead of Silva 0-2 with the bases loaded. But Ruby came through a 2-out, 2-run single through the right side of the infield, and that cut it to a 1-run game, 4-3. Stewart would stay in for 1 more inning, scoreless in the 6th. And then in the 7th, Devin Burke retired the first 2. Josh Outman was brought in to face Mitchell, gave up a single but picked him off. And the game stayed a 1-run score in favor of New Britain through 7 innings of play. Treese and Carson with scoreless innings in the 6th and 7th for the Revs, respectively. So it stayed 4-3 into the 8th. Outman stayed in to face Silva, struck him out, but walked Dotel and was left in with 1 more lefty due to bat. That was Michael Burgess. But this time Burgess won the left-left matchup in a huge way, as he drilled a game-tying double to the gap in right center. Dotel scored all the way from first base on it, and that tied the score at 4. Alvin Ramirez came in and retired the final 2 batters of the inning with the go-ahead run at third base. A foul pop from Wilson and a flare off the bat of Cuevas that off the bat looked like it might get in for the go-ahead hit, but Vinny Sienna backing up into right center from second base was there to catch it. And then in the bottom of the 8th, with the game tied, Ricardo Gomez ended up with the go-ahead run at third, but he worked out of it and kept the game tied going to the 9th. Gomez, a 1-out walk to Rogers, who stole second, moved to third on a flyout, and then after an intentional walk to Tully, they went after Galvez, and Gomez struck him out, and thus pieced together that scoreless 8th inning. And in the 9th, Ramirez stayed in, got a pop-up for the first out, but then Travis Witherspoon, a big base hit to right. And after a ground out from Tyler Clark, which moved Witherspoon to second base with 2 outs, that was big. He chopped it, didn't get a base hit, but moved Witherspoon. They went to a lefty, Jim Fuller, to face Jared Mitchell, even though Mitchell is 5 for his last 5 against lefties and 6 for his last 7. And Fuller walked him, and that set up the first and second situation for Ruby Silva. And Silva against the lefty did get the big base hit as he served one into left. Witherspoon with 2 outs going on contact, flew around to score, and the Revs took the lead. And Junior Rincon closing it out in the bottom of the 9th inning, gave up just a 1-out bloop base hit, got 2 flyouts to end it for his 7th save. Gomez the win. Revs improved to 17-15. Bees fall to 14-22. And for Ruby Silva tonight, he's our Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group Player of the Game. His 3rd RBI, 3rd hit of the night, gave the Revs the lead, and it was the game winner. Ruby Silva, 3 for 5, driving in 3. And tonight batting second in the order with Alexi Casilla getting a night off. First time this year that Silva has hit in that spot. Well, a huge win. We take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster has come back to tie it 3-3 at Long Island. They're now playing in the bottom of the 9th inning at Bethpage Ballpark. The Skeeters and Patriots are tied at 2. That's in the 9th inning at Somerset. Southern Maryland, meanwhile, has opened up a big lead late in the game, 7-2 against the Road Warriors in the 9th inning. Revs will either be 7 back or 6 back when play begins tomorrow. But again, as we've said the last couple of days, even if you don't make up that deficit, all these games could be big if there's an overall record entry spot late in the season. And the Revs are in a good position for that at this particular juncture. Only 32 games in, above 500 at 17-15. Major League games here tonight, most of it still in progress. 5th inning, the Dodgers lead 4-0 in Pittsburgh. Yankees up 7-2, going to the 9th in Toronto. Red Sox in the 8th lead the Tigers 6-0 at Fenway. Bottom of the 8th, the Indians 3, the Brewers 1. That game at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Rockies up 9-3 in the 7th against the Reds in Cincinnati. Interleague play for the Orioles. They're in New York and lead the Mets 2-1. Going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Conforto, Frazier, and Bruce due up. And that's all that's in the way of a road win for the Orioles tonight. The A's a 3-1 lead in Texas going to the 6th inning. Phillies are up 5-0 in the 5th inning at Wrigley against the Cubs in the first game since Jake Arrieta's media session the other day. Zach Eflin the start in that one, and Arrieta was acknowledged with a video tribute at Wrigley Field tonight, his first game back since leaving via free agency. Mariners a 7-1 lead in Houston, that game going to the 6th inning. White Sox are up 6-2 on the Twins in the 6th inning at Target Field. Game 2 of a doubleheader. The Twins won the first game 4-2. Marlins and Cardinals tied at 2 in the 5th inning. And coming up on the West Coast, Royals are in Anaheim against the Angels, Braves at the Padres, and the Diamondbacks at the Giants. Those are the Major League matchups tonight. And that is your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Final in our game, the Revs win it 5-4 here at New Britain. And your totals in this one tonight for the Revs, 5 runs on 10 hits. They overcome a season-high 4 errors, which led to 2 unearned runs. And York with 7 men left on base. New Britain, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They also leave 7. The win goes to Ricardo Gomez, his first. He's 1-1. Alvin Ramirez, the loss. He is 0-3. Junior Rincon, his 7th save. Time of the game, 2 hours, 47 minutes, played in front of 2,621 here at New Britain Stadium tonight. So the Revs have set up a rubber match in this series and a chance to go 500 on what we knew, looking at the schedule early on, would be a very difficult road trip, not even knowing how these teams would be just based on the travel involved. But tomorrow night, Joe Van Meter, who's certainly impressed in his first start, and if you missed Saturday night, we will re-air his interview in advance of his second start tomorrow night. That's on tomorrow's pregame 6:15 airtime. Van Meter will make the start for the Revs, and coming in with a record of 1-0, a 2.63 ERA in 9 games, 1 start. Kyle Simon will go for New Britain. He's 3-2 with an ERA of 3.75 through his first 6 starts of the season. It's a 6:35 first pitch. Once again, we're on at 6:15 tomorrow night, and we hope you can join us then. Until then, Darrell Henry saying so long from New Britain. Again, the final tonight in come-from-behind fashion late. It's the Revs 5 and the Bees 4. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:15 for the pregame right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Thank you for listening to the Atlantic League champion York Revolution on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Catch the Revs all season on York's only place for local sports. Tune in 20 minutes before first pitch for a trip to the clubhouse with player interviews and the manager Mark Mason every game. Listen throughout the day for the Revs Report and check out WOYK1350.com for highlights and features on York's pro team. The Atlantic League champion York Revolution, all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Now we return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. York.